ever pondered about the humble beginnings of the great Roman civilization? Let's take a step back in time, over 2.5 millennia ago, to ancient Italy. Here, nestled in the heart of the Italian peninsula, the seeds of Rome were sown. The tales of Rome's origins are steeped in legend and myth. The most famous of these tells the story of twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, sons of the war god Mars and the Vestal Virgin Rhea Silvia. Abandoned and left to die, they were miraculously saved by a she-wolf, who nurtured them until they were discovered by a shepherd. Growing up, the twins decided to establish a city of their own. However, a disagreement over the location led to a bitter conflict, ending with Romulus killing his brother. Romulus became the first king of Rome, giving the city its name. This legendary tale, while fascinating, is just that, a legend. The true origins of Rome are likely far less dramatic, rooted in the slow, steady growth of settlements on the Palatine Hill, evolving over time into the city we now know as Rome. The real turning point in Rome's history came in the late 6th century BC, with the overthrow of its last king, Tarquin the Proud. This marked the end of the Roman kingdom and the beginning of the Roman Republic. The Republic was a significant shift from monarchy to a system where power was shared amongst elected officials. This transition signaled Rome's first steps towards becoming a dominant power in the Mediterranean. The Roman Republic was marked by social and political upheaval, but it also set the stage for the growth and expansion that would characterize Rome for centuries to come. The Republic's establishment marked a crucial turning point, setting the foundations for what would become one of the most powerful and influential civilizations in human history. The Roman Republic marked the start of a new era, setting the stage for unprecedented growth and expansion. What if you knew that the Republic was just the beginning of Rome's grandeur? As the Roman Republic began to crumble under the weight of its own expansion, a new era was on the horizon. An era that would be ruled by a single man, Julius Caesar, and marked by the rise of the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar was not the first to dream of a united Rome, but he was the first to make it a reality. After years of civil war, Caesar emerged as the victor and was appointed as Dictator Perpetuo, or Dictator in Perpetuity. This was a stark deviation from the traditional Roman aversion to monarchy. Caesar used his absolute power to implement a series of reforms aimed at addressing the Republic's long-standing issues. He restructured the Roman calendar, which is the basis for the one we use today. He reformed the Senate, increasing its size and filling it with his supporters. But perhaps his most significant reform was granting citizenship to people in the far-flung provinces of the empire. This was a monumental change. For the first time, people outside the city of Rome could claim to be Roman citizens, spreading Roman culture, language, and law across Europe. This move not only solidified Rome's control over its vast territories, but also laid the groundwork for the cultural dominance of the Roman Empire. However, Caesar's rule was not without opposition. His policy of clemency towards his former enemies in the Civil War earned him many enemies within the Senate. His increasingly monarchical style of rule led to fears of a return to the tyranny of the Roman kings. This culminated in his assassination on the Ides of March in 44 BC. His death sparked another round of civil wars, but his legacy was undeniable. The Roman Republic was dead, and in its place the Roman Empire was born. Julius Caesar's reign, though short-lived, forever shaped the course of Roman history. Have you ever wondered how Rome managed to rule such a vast empire? The answer lies in a golden era known as the Pax Romana, a time of relative peace and stability that stretched across the Roman Empire. Imagine a period spanning over 200 years, from the reign of Augustus in 27 BCE to Marcus Aurelius in 180 CE. This was a time when Rome truly shone, and the empire reached its greatest extent. The Pax Romana, or Roman peace, wasn't merely a time of peace, but it was also a period of remarkable growth and progress. The Romans were masters of infrastructure. They built roads, bridges, aqueducts, and amphitheaters. The famous Roman roads, some of which still exist today, crisscrossed the empire, facilitating trade, travel, and communication. These roads were so well constructed that they remained in use for centuries, a testament to Roman engineering. Under the Pax Romana, the Romans also made significant advancements in law. They developed a complex system of laws that served as the foundation for many modern legal systems. The concept of innocent until proven guilty, a cornerstone of justice in many societies today, originated in Roman law. But it wasn't just law and infrastructure that flourished during the Pax Romana. The Roman Empire was also a melting pot of cultures, and this period saw an explosion of art, literature, and philosophy. Rome was home to some of the greatest minds of the ancient world, such as the philosopher Seneca, the poet Virgil, and the historian Livy. Their works continue to influence modern thought and culture. The Pax Romana was a time of prosperity and progress. It was an era when Rome was at its most powerful. The empire was united, the economy was booming, and the arts were thriving. But more than that, it was a time when Rome became a beacon of civilization in the ancient world, a shining example of what a society could achieve through peace, stability, and a commitment to progress. The Pax Romana was Rome at its zenith, a shining beacon of civilization in the ancient world. Could you imagine a world where the mighty Rome falls? The downfall of the Western Roman Empire wasn't an event that happened overnight. It was a slow, agonizing process, a culmination of various factors that nibbled away at the empire's foundations until it crumbled. Economically, Rome was in dire straits. The empire had overextended itself, spreading its resources too thin across vast territories. The cost of maintaining the army, the infrastructure, and the administration was astronomical. Rome's coffers were bleeding out. The economy was further strained by rampant inflation, a consequence of Rome's debasement of its own currency. Socially, Rome was a tinderbox waiting to ignite. The disparity between the rich and the poor was stark. The wealthy lived in opulence while the masses grappled with poverty and hunger. This economic inequality led to social unrest, further destabilizing the empire. The moral decay was palpable, with corruption and decadence becoming a part of Rome's fabric. On the military front, Rome faced a multitude of challenges. The once formidable Roman legions were stretched thin, defending the vast borders from incessant barbarian invasions. The decline in the quality of the Roman military, coupled with the reliance on foreign mercenaries who were often unreliable and disloyal, contributed to Rome's weakening defenses. The situation was further exacerbated by ineffective and often corrupt leadership. The power struggles and political instability at the heart of the empire only hastened its decline. Finally, in the late 5th century, the inevitable happened. Rome fell. The mighty empire that had once ruled the known world was no more. The last Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus, was deposed by the Germanic king Odoacer, marking the end of centuries of Roman rule. The fall of Rome marked the end of an era, but its legacy continues to reverberate through the centuries. Rome's fall was a monumental event in human history, a stark reminder of the transient nature of power and glory. Yet, even in its demise, Rome's influence can be felt in our modern world, a testament to its enduring legacy. What if I told you that Rome never truly fell? Indeed, the Roman Empire may have crumbled over 15 centuries ago, but its legacy still resounds powerfully in the fabric of our modern world. Let's start with governance. The concept of a republic, a government where power resides in elected individuals representing the citizen body, is a Roman innovation. This model of governance has shaped countless modern democracies, including the United States, which even borrowed the Latin term senator to denote its elected representatives. And what about law? The Roman legal system, with its advanced principles of justice, property rights, and citizenship, has profoundly influenced the development of legal systems worldwide. Consider the principle of innocent until proven guilty, a cornerstone of justice that originated in Roman law. Moving on to architecture, the Romans were master builders. Their use of the arch, the vault, and the dome, along with their development of concrete, revolutionized architectural design. Countless structures across the globe, from the US Capitol building to the Pantheon in Paris, owe their grandeur to Roman architectural principles. In the realm of language, Latin, the language of Rome, has left an indelible mark. It is the precursor to the Romance languages and has heavily influenced English, lending it countless words and phrases. Even today, Latin is alive in the scientific, medical, and legal fields. Finally, let's not forget the arts. Roman literature, sculpture, and visual arts have left an enduring legacy. The epic poems of Virgil, the realistic portraiture in sculpture, the intricate mosaics, all have influenced generations of artists and continue to inspire today. In conclusion, the legacy of Rome is far from confined to history books. It is woven into the tapestry of our modern world, from the way we govern to the buildings we inhabit, the words we speak, and the art we appreciate. So, as we can see, Rome is not a relic of the past, but a living legacy continuing to shape our present.